You know, we all have that one person in our lives, right? The one who seems totally unshakable. The building could be on fire and they'd just be calmly sipping their latte. But here's a thought. What if that calm isn't really calm at all?
And that's the big question, isn't it? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that perfect picture of serenity, because it turns out there's some really complex psychology hiding just under the surface. There is definitely more than one way to survive a storm.
In fact, when you dig into it, you find there are really four distinct types of calm people, four different mindsets, four totally different survival strategies. Some of them are just pretending, some are a little bit broken, some are brilliant strategists, and, well, one of them is on a whole other level. So, let's start peeling back the layers of this calm illusion, shall we? We'll begin with the type that you've almost certainly met. First up, the calm faker. Oh yeah, this is the person who looks completely cool and collected on the outside, but inside their mind is a Category 5 hurricane of panic. I mean, this is literally what's going on in their head. On the outside, they've got that poker face on lock, but internally, their brain is holding an emergency all-hands-on-deck crisis meeting, just trying to keep it all from falling apart. And there's actually a psychological term for this. It's called surface acting. It's the art of mastering an emotional mask. And look, it's incredibly effective for getting through a tough spot. But let me tell you, it is absolutely exhausting. You want to know the perfect metaphor for the calm faker? It's a duck. Seriously, on the surface of the water, it's just gliding along, looking so graceful and composed. But if you look underneath, its little feet are paddling like crazy just to stay afloat. All right, so let's move on to our next type. And this one's different. This person's calm comes from a much, much darker place. This is the numb survivor. This is their catchphrase. For them, calm isn't really a choice. It's more like scar tissue. They have been through so much genuine hardship in their life that whatever new crisis is happening, it barely even registers. Life has already thrown its worst at them, so they've just kind of stopped reacting to the fire. You could call their calm a form of quiet armor, a defense mechanism that was basically forged in sadness. It's their brain making a promise to itself. We are not falling apart again. We can't afford to. Their strength is absolutely real, but it came at a high price, paid for by surviving things they never, ever should have had to. Okay, now for a complete shift in gears. Get ready to meet our third type, the overthinker strategist. These folks are the quiet masterminds, whose calm is the direct result of just relentless, almost obsessive preparation. This is that person. You know, when a project completely blows up and everyone's running around panicking, they just calmly open a drawer and pull out Plan B or Plan C. Why? Because they've been running disaster simulations in their head for years. Chaos doesn't surprise them. They've been expecting it. Their whole process is so methodical. First, they run every possible disaster simulation. Then, they create backup plans for their backup plans. So by the time the actual crisis hits, they've thought about it so much that they're kind of emotionally bored by it. So you see, their peace isn't passive. It's not something that just happens to them. It's something they actively build. This is calm from control. They achieve this state of tranquility by basically wrestling every worst-case scenario into submission long before it ever has a chance to show up. And that brings us to our fourth and final type. And this one is the rarest of them all. This is the person who isn't faking it, isn't numb, and isn't just overprepared. This is the genuinely peaceful. This captures their mindset perfectly. You hit them with bad news, something that would send most of us into a spiral, and they just adapt. They don't waste energy fighting reality. They just flow with it. Their secret is this incredibly powerful psychological concept called radical acceptance. They've basically trained their brain to stop resisting what they can't change. So instead of seeing problems, they just see neutral events. It's like life is a roller coaster, right? And while everyone else is gripping the safety bar for dear life, they've got their hands in the air just enjoying the ride. So there you have it. We've met the four minds: the faker, the survivor, the strategist, and the genuinely peaceful. Now let's bring this all home and turn the question back to you. So here's a quick rundown of what we've talked about. First, you've got the faker, who's feeling panicked but looks calm because of that emotional mask. Then there's the survivor, feeling numb but appearing strong, with a calm that's born from past pain.
After that is the strategist, feeling prepared and looking detached, whose calm comes from control. And finally, the peaceful soul, who feels and looks accepting, because their calm comes from deep within.
So, as you look at these, which one resonates? Do you see a little bit of yourself in one of these descriptions? Are you paddling like a duck, wearing that quiet armor, running endless simulations, or are you just enjoying the ride? But you know what? Ultimately, it doesn't really matter which one you are right now. Because here's the secret. Calmness isn't some personality trait you're born with. It's not about never feeling stress. It's a skill. It's all about how you choose to handle it. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Even if right now you feel like the calm faker, like you're just putting on a mask every day, keep doing it. Because if you practice being the person you want to be, day in and day out, one day you just might wake up and realize you're not faking it anymore. You've become them.